All right, guys, Darren from FBA Elite, and welcome back to another video. So as you guys can probably guess from the thumbnail and the title to this video, I had quite a heart-stopping moment this week when Amazon emailed to tell me that my account had been deactivated. Now, if you watched my video from a couple of weeks ago, you'll be aware that I currently have over £30,000 invested in stock for Q4. So it's the time of year when I'm most financially exposed to my Amazon FBA business. So to receive this email at this time when I have so much capital invested in this business, as you can imagine, was quite heart-stopping and really did get the blood pumping. Before I get into that in too much detail, I just want to make a very quick announcement for anyone that has taken part in the FBA Elite course. I've posted some updates to the course members only forum today. And I update this forum first, and then I update the videos later. And I've just posted updates to give you a new recommended 3PL, as I no longer recommend westbound logistics. So I've got a new 3PL in there that I recommend. I've also put in there a new banking provider that I'm recommending for FBA businesses as well. So if you are a course member, make sure you check that out. If you're not a course member, you can still access all of the other FBA Elite forums completely free. Some really helpful information there. And we've got the resource section. And if you are interested in the course, we've got a link through to the course there as well. But coming back to this video, so this happened on Wednesday this week. I was just sitting there on the sofa, flicking through my phone, and this email come through from Amazon. Now, if you sell on Amazon, you probably dread the most is receiving an email from Amazon, whatever it is, because their communication isn't always the best. And it normally contains very threatening text as well. So a lot of us do dread receiving emails from Amazon. So as soon as I saw this title, you can imagine kind of how I was feeling at this time. But as I've always preached in the past, the key thing when dealing with Amazon is to remain calm. So I just took a few minutes before actually kind of reading this email fully. So I jumped off the sofa, headed up to my office where I am now, and read through this email in detail, but in a much calmer fashion than I would have done if I'd have just read this as soon as I saw the title of this email. So your Amazon seller European marketplace account has been deactivated. What I'll do, actually, let me just open this up in a new window. So let me just read this email out to you guys. So hello, your Amazon seller European marketplace account has been deactivated in accordance with section 3 of Amazon's business solutions agreement. Your listings have been removed. Funds will not be transferred to you, but will be held in your account while we work with you to address this issue. Be kindly noted, your access to the UK marketplace account remains the same. Now, I've got to be honest, until I read this email back today, I actually completely missed this line. As soon as I saw this, I looked down to why is this happening? But again, I'll come back to that in a moment. So why is this happening? Because you have not used your European marketplace seller account for a continuous period of at least 2 years and 6 months. The European marketplaces are now inactive. In order to protect our customers, we deactivate accounts that have been inactive for extended periods. And then it goes on with some more additional information. So that is actually true. I've never actually sold in the European marketplaces. And I've received multiple emails from Amazon over the past year or so with them constantly adding my products to these European marketplaces, and then I have to go in and remove them as I don't want any stranded inventory being sent back to these European marketplaces and causing issues there with VAT and stuff. So I don't actually sell on any European marketplace. But because I was in kind of, as you can imagine, not the best emotional state when I saw the subject of this email, you know, your Amazon seller European marketplace account has been deactivated, and anyone that sells in the UK has a European marketplace account. That's why they call it as a whole, because you get access to the UK and all European marketplaces. I actually did miss this line. So what I actually did was go onto Google, as my rule of thumb is if you get an email from Amazon, someone in the past would have had the same email. So what I did is went onto Google and I'll take you through the process. And all you need to do is either put in the email subject in the search with some quotation marks, or take the top piece of text from the email instead and put that in. And you can see straight away someone here had exactly the same reaction as I did. I was just told my account is deactivated and almost fainted. And they just go through the same bit that I was just talking about. You know, you receive these emails from Amazon telling you that your account's been deactivated, but actually has it really? So their communication isn't the best. It's a completely unnecessary way of doing things. And if I go to my Amazon account here, you can see everything is absolutely fine, but they have deactivated my other marketplaces. And as you can see there, this is my German seller account, and they say here, your account has been deactivated. And that's what it says for every other country in my seller account other than the UK. But even still, I'm sure there are much better ways of doing it than sending out these quite scary emails that people can easily misinterpret And also, when they've basically been forcing you to try to sell on, the European marketplaces for the last year or two by adding your products to their stores, it's just, not an ideal situation to be in. And I think someone here summed it up very well. If I can just find their comment. There we are. We received this too, as usual, implemented with the skill of a surgeon wearing boxing glove. Scary deactivation messages on UK accounts when it pertains to other marketplaces. And I think that's absolutely true. It's completely unnecessary. But thankfully, it doesn't cause me any issues, and it was just a false alarm. But it's something for you guys to be aware of, as no doubt if you're selling in the UK but not on EU marketplaces, you will receive that same kind of threatening, worrying email at some point. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of it. So make sure you hit that like button, because I'll save you a heart attack when that email inevitably comes through. If you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to talk to me and nearly 4,000 other sellers, sign up for free at the FBAelite.com forums. It's completely free, and I'll see you guys on the forums.